Welcome back to the channel, BS Gang. If you're new, go ahead and click that subscribe button. A huge portion of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, as always, huge shout out to our members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you want to go ahead and become a member, go ahead and click that join button. But let's go ahead and let's get right into the video. So I'm going to start off with the diamond packs of the One Escanor's banner release. This should somewhat be the same on global. Now, obviously, the price is in yen because that's JP's currency. But, you know, obviously, you know, this will be converted into whatever type of currency you use. For me, it's the usual. You get 30 diamonds for like $39.99, somewhere around there, right? So you get, or 30 tickets, right, with 50 diamonds. And then the most expensive one, which is the $79.99 pack, you get 65 tickets and 102 diamonds. Now you can do this 5 times for the most expensive, 3 times for the 30 times tickets, and then you get, you know, I think this is like $1 or something like that, and so forth and so forth. I don't really like the way this particular type of setup is. I liked when they did it for Lost Vein Meliodas, when it was in the actual like bundle, right, the package bundle that they did. But I get it, they want you to buy tickets, even though it's gonna cost you like an arm and a leg to get the most expensive one. It makes sense, right? It does make sense. However, I'm probably going to end up buying all 3 of these, the $39.99 one, for when he releases. Obviously, it won't say 1.5 year. I don't know what it'll say. I think it will say the 1st year anniversary. It's kind of weird that he's dropping, you know, like in on the 15th or something like that. But it's all right. It's cool. It's cool. So yeah, I definitely will be buying the $39.99, all of them. So yeah, I look forward to that. But yeah, this is the character selection step up pack as well. So you get this for step 1. I'm assuming this is like the 7 Deadly Sins ticket, right? You guys can convert that if you want. Obviously, it gets more and more expensive. This is probably the $79.99 one, because this comes with Lost Vein Meliodas. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, right? One of the best units in a game. You can basically just buy him, even though it is expensive, but you can still buy him, which is insane. I believe this is a commandment ticket, so you get any of the commandments, not coin shop, but you get any of the commandments. Is it coin shop? I don't know, actually. It might be. I'm not familiar with these tickets, so sorry, but it could be coin shop. It could not be coin shop. You guys will probably correct me in the comments as always, but yeah. So this is actually a really good like step up kind of like bundle package, which is actually really interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, that's there, and then this is here as well. So here's a little bit of information for you guys. But let's go ahead and let's break down the character. Oh, also this skip ticket pack is really good as well. But let's go ahead and let's just break down his banner. So this is his banner, right? His banner is actually really good. It's not the craziest banner, but it's okay. It's really okay. So you have all of the, you know, festival units obviously on his banner. You also have the one unit that's going to come out with him, which is King Arthur, which is very nice to have King Arthur on here, because obviously he comes out with them, but it's nice to have him. I wish they were rated up, but it's fine, right? It's fine. They weren't going to rate up these two, obviously, because then they would have to rate up all of these guys. But, you know, it is nice. There's a lot of units on here, which kind of is because every unit you have the same percentage of pooling, so it's kind of annoying. But like every unit on here is pretty useful, I guess you could say. I mean, there are a little bit of like ants in here, right? Like Demon Meliodas, Roxy, Mono, Camilla, Green Hendrickson, right? But overall, the banner isn't the worst banner. It's pretty good. It's pretty good in my opinion. It just has, you know, a few units in here that, you know, might not use ever, but that's fine. That's fine. Overall, it's pretty good. So let's go ahead and let's just, you know, go over each and every unit that's on here, except for the festival units, because you guys already know what they do. So let's go ahead and let's go over all of them. So Arthur, right? The new Arthur, he's pretty good, although he can't be used in PvP and or deathmatch. He literally can only be used like on the Tower Trials, on boss battle stages, final bosses. Story mode, he just cannot be used in PvP or deathmatch, which kind of sucks because if he could be used in the Gray Demon Raid, oh my god, that would literally just be cake. It'd be amazing. It'd be so easy because then you could combine this with Green Gother's passive. Craziness. It's just a lot of craziness that happens, right? But again, he's still really good. He's still a good option to run on any other particular stage but these two. So really, really good there. He increases allies damage dealt by 35% and increases allies damage taken by 35% if all allies are alive. So as long as all allies are living, you're gonna get, you know, damage reduced by 35%, which is good, which is very, very good. His first skill is a single target disables buff and debuff skill. Yeah, it's all right. But with the damage that he's going to get from his passive, and overall, his like crit chance is really good at base 50%. It's really good, and it'll only go up. It's going to be amazing because he's going to crit and do a good amount of damage. So it's okay. It's not like the craziest skill, but it's okay. It's okay, right? Plus, it disables buff and debuff skills. If this were AoE, it'd be much better. But since it's only a single target, they did buff it a little bit. Removes buffs, and then he disables buff and debuff skills. So I mean, give or take, pretty nice. And then his second skill. Now, this skill is actually very good. Very, very good. Even though it's just a base attack, like AoE attack card, it's very strong combined with his passive and his already insane crit chance. Not only does this do multiple hits, right? His crit chance is high. His crit damage is high. He's just going to be looking very, very good. He also has very good attack at base. So that means when he's at level 80, 6-star Awaken, Super Awaken, his attack is going to be bonkers. So it's nice that he has this. Plus, he gets an extra, what is it? Oh, he doesn't get crit chance, which is weird. 0% crit chance is weird, but that's fine, right? But his crit damage goes up by 12%, which is very, very nice. So overall, again, not the worst unit, but he's very limited in where he can be used. But he's still very, very powerful. Do not mistake that just because he's limited from PvP and deathmatch. He's still a very, very powerful unit. The other units on his on the one's banner we already know about. You're not gonna really use Red Demon Meliodas much, which does suck. But I mean, he's still, you know, pretty useful on the Crimson Demon. Otherwise, you're not really gonna see much play from him, in all honesty, just because he's a little aged. Like he has aged a little, kind of a lot, but it's fine, right? It's fine. He's still a pretty decent unit, I would say. He's not like, oh my god, he's terrible, you can't ever use him. No, he's good, especially for starter, you know, for starter players that just downloaded the game or are returning. He can be used in areas of content, just not all of them anymore, right? Unfortunately, he has aged, but it is what it is with these old units. But he is a coin shop unit, so nonetheless, it's still good that he's on the banner, because if you do pull multiple copies of him, you do not have to spend plat coins to get him duped out, which is amazing. I would recommend, if you get dupes of any of these units, right, that are on his banner, please do not waste them. Like, put them into the character themselves. It is worth it. I'm telling you, it is worth it. Same thing goes for Merlin. She's not really used on the front lines, more so like as a sub, but she's still really good. She fills all ultimate gauge, you know, for the allies by 1, even if she's on the back, which is nice. And then when she comes out, if a unit dies, she can be very annoying to deal with because she depletes orbs, and she also creates a barrier, which is crazy. So again, she's aged gracefully, I would say. She's actually aged pretty gracefully. Red Escanor, he's good, but man, I don't know. He can be very amazing on the mono red team, but otherwise you don't really see him much, man. You really don't. Like, I want to say he's aged. I think he has aged, right? I think he has aged. His team has definitely aged. He's still pretty good though. I gotta say, he's still a really, really good unit. It's just he works off of buffs, and unless you have a unit that's buffing him like Red Arthur, or, you know, someone who gives an active buff skill, he's not going to be able to get his amplify off other than his passive, and that only lasts for 3 turns, and it's only 1 buff. So you really do have a set of team around him, but he does have an AoE ult depletion card, which is always nice. So again, if you get him, please, if you pull copies of him, dupe him out. Dupe him out. Any of these units, they are worth duping out. I will repeat myself, they are worth duping out, right? So yeah, there you go. Green Estarossa. Green Estarossa is a monster. He hasn't. I don't really think he's aged at all, in my personal opinion. Yes, red units are powerful, but he's kind of making like a renaissance on JP, just because Tarmio's very good and his passive can be ran on the back, and a lot of people didn't know that, except for when I think it was actually like it was in Nag's video that I watched, and then I think that's when it took off, that, you know, people were like, oh my god, he can be used in the back. But I didn't know he could, in all honesty. I did not know he could be ran in the back, which is insane. So even if he's not on the front lines and you have a unit that's using a stance card, that's a very powerful passive, right? It's very powerful. Not only that, his skill 1 is strong as well. A charge 500% multiplier, 300 and 200. It's very strong, considering that he won't even be inflicted by his own commandment because of this. As long as you have a taunt up, he cannot be inflicted by his own commandment because of his passive, which is very, very nice. And then, of course, the full counter card. You guys already know how strong this is. I don't even have to go into it. Very, very powerful skill. I don't really think he's aged at all. If he has, it's not by much. So, very strong unit. Very strong unit. Droll. Droll is probably, I want to say he's a little better than Red Zeldris, but can I say that? Can I say Blue Droll's better than Red Zel? I don't know. I really don't know. I know they go hand in hand together, but Blue Droll is kind of more prominent than Red Zel. So can I say he's better? Oh, man, it is hard to say that. I think I am, though. I think I will say he's better than Red Zeldris. I know if people are gonna say Red Zeldris has, you know, the ult depletion card, and then he also has his amazing where is it? His amazing commandment where you move a card and remove debuffs. That's good, right? It's really, really good, especially his passive. But man, other than that, he doesn't really have much like going for him. I mean, this is a very strong card as well, right? This Nimble Thread card, very strong. It's just Droll provides much more with his passive, increasing attack by 3% for every buff on him. Not only does he give himself 3 buffs when he uses a taunt, even at rank 1, which is 9% off rip. If he gets hit 3 times, he gives 3 resistance buffs, which means you're getting a total of 6 buffs, which is insane. That's really good. That's 18%, man. That's good. I don't know what else to say. That's 18% attack to all allies, including yourself. Very, very powerful. He also petrifies. Again, he also taunts. The only thing I would say is not considered a stance card, which, you know, kind of sucks because he can't be ran with full counter Estarossa or green Estarossa, whatever you want to call him. But that's also good because he can't have this removed unless you're removing buffs. So, you know, it goes hand in hand. Then he also has a charge AoE ultimate. Yeah, I think he might be better than Red Zeldris, at least for right now. At least right now in the current meta of where JP and Global is at, I would say you're gonna see Blue Droll a lot more than you probably will see Red Zeldris. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But Red Zeldris is a very good unit as well, right? Very strong. If you get him, do not be disappointed because he's still very, very strong. Don't get it twisted. He's still a very good top tier unit. So Red Zeldris, very, very good. Again, coin shop units, man. Do not spend your dupe coins that you get from them. Put them into the unit that you get, right? If you get 3 Red Zels, if you don't have Red Zeldris and you get 3, put those 2 dupes that you have into Red Zeldris. Or if you already have each and every single one of these characters and you summon on a banner and you get multiple copies of them, put them into the character. That way you will be good and you will not have to spend plat coins to get them in the coin shop. I think that's the good thing about this banner. You don't have to spend plat coins to, you know, basically dupe them out. Please, please, please. It literally crosses off 6 units, right? It basically crosses off all 6 units that you would need, you know, to dupe out, which is nice. It is really, really nice. Me myself, I have red Demon Meliodas duped out. I do not have Green Merlin duped out. I don't have Escanor duped out. He's 2 out of 6. I don't have Estarossa duped out. He is 5 out of 6, and I don't have Red Zeldris duped out. So hopefully I can pull multiple copies of these characters. Please, And then we get to the OC characters that are featured on the banner. Roxy's alright. That's all I'm gonna give her. Roxy's alright. Mono, she's cool, I guess. She's not really that useful, but she's cool. These, I mean, I would actually recommend putting the dupes that you get of these characters into them as well, since they are OC limited. Remember, guys, they only come out on OC banners. So I don't know, unless you're spending 242 gems on each and every single OC banner that comes out, I would recommend actually putting the dupes into them. But if you summon on every single OC banner and go deep, I mean, I guess not, you know what I mean? But otherwise, I would consider putting the dupes into them, right? It is good to have dupes of. Camilla, we actually have a lot of, well, I mean, some people have a lot of dupes. I only have her 2 out of 6, but that's because my stupid self went ahead and wasted them. I could have had her 4 out of 6, so. But it is what it is. She's not really that great anyway. I don't think any of the OC characters are, like, crazy. Out of all of them, Shin is probably the best, and I will put any dupes that I get of Shin into him, because I do like Green Shin more than I like any of these OC units on the banner. Because Green Shin is very top tier. Well, for farming, he's top tier, right? For farming, he's top tier. Overall, unit-wise, he's probably like in like A class. Maybe you could put him up to S, but he's the best out of the 4. So definitely will be putting any dupes that I have into the character. And then Green Hendrickson is the last character in the on the unit list or whatever. He's if you get Small Wing King, and if you get him, cool. If you don't, you're probably never gonna touch this character. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're probably never gonna touch this character. He's just not that useful without Small Wing King. Even then, no one really runs him because he's not meta. And he pretty much can only be ran with Small Wing King. I mean, there's a couple of setups that you could use with him, but obviously his main thing is to be used with Small Wing King. So, I mean, it is what it is. He's not really that crazy, in my opinion, but if you get him, you get him. You know what I mean? Plus, people probably already have him at least like 3 out of 6. So, yeah, he's also on part 1. He's also on a part 1 ticket draw, so yeah. But yeah, that's it for the banner. The banner's looking again, it's all right. The thing that saves it, in my personal opinion, is that it has all of the festival units on it. There's new Arthurs on it, and then these 3 commandment coin shop units are on it. That's it. That's literally the only thing that saves it. It is a pretty decent banner. Actually, you know, I would say it's a good banner. I wouldn't say it's a good banner. It's a good banner, guys. The only thing is, these units really, I mean, you're not going to use them, right? You're not going to use them as much as you might think you will. And then, you know, the OC units, except for Shin, probably not going to use them either. But again, all of these units, except for Hendrickson, all of these units are limited, and maybe Arthur, but every single one of these units are limited to something, right? The coin shop banner, OC banners, the coin shop itself, right? They are limited, so it is a very good, like, I guess you could call it time limited festival banner, in all honesty. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know if you're going to summon on the One's banner. Let me know who you're looking forward to getting dupes of, who you're looking forward to summoning. Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, guys, I will see you all next time.